Morning, everybody. Um, I do kind of jump on at random times if you haven't noticed because I happen to have a little bit of time. Um, I'm also waiting for a patient, so if you see me turning my head and clicking, it's because I'm trying to make sure that I don't leave this poor kid waiting in the waiting room once he shows up, because I really hate that. So I'm going to try to, balance two things at once here. Today, we're going to talk about my favorite topic of the fall. No, not pumpkin spice, though I do love pumpkin spice. Flu shots. It's flu shot time. Have you gotten yours? I hope you did, because if not, you're going to hear about it now. Okay, look. Get your flu shot. Get your flu shot. Let me tell you the list of nonsense that I hear from people about flu shots, and then we'll talk about the truth, because I think you all need to hear that. Okay, number one, the flu shot's not effective. No, the flu shot's effective. It's effective 70% of the time. So it will prevent the flu in people who've gotten the shot 70% of the time. There are very few medications that work that well. 70% is pretty high. So I don't know what you're expecting. Now, I will tell you the MMR is way higher than that. The prevention of measles is in the 90s, 90% higher. But 70% is not nothing. It's kind of a big deal. So yes, the flu shot is effective. If you are one of the unfortunate 30% of people who got your flu shot and you still get the flu, does that mean the flu shot didn't work? No. It means it keeps you out of the hospital and it keeps you from dying. I don't care if you get the flu. I care if you die. I really would prefer you weren't in the hospital either, generally speaking. I care if you die. So let's keep our eye on the prize here, okay? Number two, every time I get the flu shot, I get the flu. Okay. No, you don't. You do not. I swear you don't. What happens, though, is the same thing that happened to your kids when you got them their shots when they were babies. Do you remember this? You'd give them their shots, and then for the next 2 or 3 days, they'd be fussy and grumpy, and they'd cry all the time, and their little legs would hurt, maybe a little fever. That's an immune response to a vaccination. That will happen when you get the flu shot, just like it did when your baby got their shots when they were 2, 4, 6 months old. Okay, you're not getting the flu. You're responding to the vaccine. Flu is a respiratory illness characterized by coughing, high fevers, muscle pain. If you are throwing up, you don't have the flu. You don't have influenza. Like, we call it the flu, but that's not influenza. If you have diarrhea, that's not really influenza either. If you're sneezing and super runny nose all over the place, that actually probably isn't the flu either. Influenza, the fevers and the muscle aches are killer, and they're hard to miss. So when you tell me, I got the flu shot and then I got the flu, I'm going to call BS on that, because you did not. I'm sorry, it's actually physically impossible for that to happen. Particularly with the killed virus vaccine, which is what we use here. The live virus vaccine, the FluMist, does not work as well. And so we've essentially stopped giving it. If you come here, your kid's going to get a shot. It's just kind of how it works. From that shot, it is not possible to get the flu. Okay. Number 3 is, well, it's just the flu. Okay. 80,000 people last year in the United States died from the flu. Over 1,000 of them were children. And these are healthy kids. That's the thing about the flu, is somehow we've forgotten that 100 years ago, flu killed hundreds of thousands of people across the world. Flu is a deadly disease. You may be a perfectly healthy person. You can still die from the flu. Your children may be perfectly healthy. They can die from the flu. And the saddest cases that I see are not the anti-vaxxer group, because they're not going to get the shot anyway, so I don't even worry about them. It's the parents who mean to get their flu shot. They mean to get the kids' flu shot. But then, Halloween turns into Thanksgiving, which turns into Christmas, and it's the height of flu season, and your kid doesn't have their vaccination, and then they get sick. And a member of the medical community last year lost a child to the flu for this reason. A healthy 4-year-old boy named Leon died from the flu. Parents are doctors. They aren't anti-vaccine. They aren't, worried about the safety of the flu shot. Just life happens. And they lost their baby. I cannot imagine as a parent the feeling of losing your child to something preventable. And I hope that none of you ever experience that. One of the ways to keep that from happening is to get your kids their flu shots. So we have flu shots in our office for our patients. We can't just kind of give the whole world flu shots because we don't have like an infinite supply of them. But there are places in El Paso that do. Immunize El Paso being one of them. There are places that have the flu shot. If you are on TRICARE, they will pay for you to get the flu shot elsewhere, Walgreens or CVS or whatever, if they don't have them in stock. And my understanding is right now locally, some of the military clinics don't have them in stock. So think about where else you can go, but get your flu shot. Because I like y'all, I don't want to come visit you in the hospital. I don't want you to lose your life or your child's life because you believe that these shots are not effective, or that they're going to give you the flu, or that the flu is not a big deal. This is a big deal. Get your flu shots. If you have questions about the flu shot and who should and should not get it, let me know. I'll try to answer what I can. But get your shot. Because I love all of you and I don't want anything bad to happen to somebody that we can prevent. I hope everybody has a good week. I have a baby to go see who I haven't met before, and I probably is super cute because I know the mom. And so I'm going to go hug a cute little baby and try to give that kid his flu shot. And I hope you all do the same. If you need me, let me know. Otherwise, I will try to talk to you either later this week or next week, depending on how my schedule goes. Okay? Bye, everybody.